Hello everyone, Giggle Knight here, or as my friends call me, Geo. Just Geo, because I like it short and simple. Which is weird, because my personality isn't really always short and simple. I try to keep it short and simple, but I suspect I may have ADHD, which kind of puts me in these long rants and babbling notions. That's probably why if you watch my videos, you'll notice that I babble a lot. Sometimes I don't even make sense. Sometimes I don't even understand what the hell I'm saying, and I'm the one editing this damn clip and all that crap. But again, it's because I suspect that I have ADHD, and I didn't realize it was possibly that until people around me started pointing out, like, hey, you might have ADHD. You're like showing signs of this, that, and the other. Case in point, right now, I'm just rambling. I'm just talking about the same thing and going in circles here. It's just nonsense. I'm just talking nonsense. But hey, it actually makes it definitely fills in the dead space when I'm playing games, especially when it's like quiet and like it's just you're trying to get from point A to point B, but for some reason they didn't decide to put anything stimulating along the way. So I'm just rambling my ass off, as I am again right now. Anyway, as y'all can tell, this is basically just a introduction of who the hell I am, as the title in the very bottom will tell you. So let's start this. Our journey started in the year of 1991. Okay, no, we're not gonna go back that far. We're just gonna go back a couple years, where I don't recall too well. My memory is crap, but I believe I actually started this channel in 2021. Just a month after my birthday. I was gonna try to start on my birthday. Like, I never had money to actually buy my own PC, but I saved money, bought myself a PC. I mean, the parts for PC, and started building it together. Unfortunately, there were like some issues with mailing, like FedEx. I gave them my address. They found me, no problem. But for some reason, one of my case was coming through the USPS, and they couldn't find my address. So I knew exactly where it was. It tells you exactly the location was. So I thought like I could just go down to the office and pick it up. Nope. Apparently they returned it that very same day. The moment they got my case, they tried to drop it off. They couldn't find me, and they said like, okay, we're just gonna put it back in this truck and send it back at this very moment. That apparently is what happened. So it actually delayed the whole process. I had to wait another week or two just try to get this case. I didn't take this very seriously in the beginning, honestly. This was more of a outlet for myself to get creative. At the time, I was kind of miserable. I did exactly what people wanted me to do. As soon as you get out of school, you go to college, you find work, and you put yourself in debt. So your credit score can go up, because that makes total sense, right? But yeah, that's what I did. I for the longest time, for a good decade or so, I just worked and just did what what the society was saying was good for us, was to go to work. But I wanted to be creative. I went to college to get my bachelor's in media arts and animation. Granted, though, when I applied to it, I asked them exactly what it was that I was doing, and they just kind of gave me like the bare minimum. So in a way, I kind of got lied to. I got literally maybe like about this much of what I wanted to do out of this long ass list. Just barely a scratch. It was just the worst. And even worse of all is, you can learn 3D animation. I feel like it shouldn't take like 3 long years to learn. A year of that was just learning lighting. But they mainly forced us to do 3D animation in there, even if it wasn't something like something that I wanted to do. I even asked them, like, I don't want to do 3D animation, and yet they still lied to me and told me like, oh, don't worry, you're just gonna be working on it every now and then here. No, it actually just turned out to be a big chunk of the whole damn curriculum, which they don't even show you until you finally sign that paper form saying like, hey, yes, I'm gonna pay you $40,000 just to teach me this crap that I didn't really wanted to learn. If I knew that, I wouldn't have applied to that school. I would have just left. But that's their whole spiel. You know, they're trying to get people in the door, trying to get their money so they can stay open for business. And hey, there's a nice big paycheck for them. I'm not gonna run into that. That's something that I had to learn the hard way, unfortunately. Yeah, this was just me to try to get creative, my creative juices out there, you know. And what better way to also, you know, play video games at the same time. I didn't really think I never really planned on making this channel to something like big and ginormous so I can make money. It was just so I can just upload videos and fool around at random things, you know, like I wouldn't be consistent. I just wanted to, you know, I just needed to get creative. I just needed to get it out there. I just needed this thing to just quit nagging me, saying like, hey, dummy, do something with your life, you know, other than just work. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm ranting again. I'm so sorry. So for a full year, I kind of just fooled around. I didn't get too much, and the fact that my GPU kind of died on me, I had to order another one. But again, I didn't have money at the time, so I had to wait a little bit longer until I finally got a GPU. And yay, I finally did. And that's when I started taking things a little bit more seriously. I'm like, you know what? I really the juices just was just kind of overflowing. I really need to do something. So I tried to upload videos for 5 days at a time. And now I'm just on the 3 because that's just kind of, you know, it's kind of like not as bad, but still. Now, I actually want to make this channel kind of grow up a bit. I'm not gonna be sad. I'm not gonna be disappointed if this channel doesn't become like ginormous. Like, you know, I get like 1,000 views and start making money. Although, don't get me wrong, I am using this channel basically for therapy for myself. But it's nice to actually get paid, you know, as I'm, you know, trying to like self-soothe myself in this channel. I'm not gonna complain if I actually somehow reach 1,000 or 2,000 and start making money. I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice extra income. But obviously, I'm not gonna be giving up my job just so I could do this full time. Although it would be nice to actually do this full time. This has definitely been a positive choice in my life. A positive change, that is, in my life. I've definitely become happier since I started this channel. And this is the reason why I call myself Giggle Knight, is because I tend to giggle. You know, I was gonna call myself Giggling Idiot because I feel like I'm pretty idiotic at times. But no matter what, I always giggle. You know, I always I try to find a silver lining in my life, in everything, really. I actually had an existential crisis about a year or two ago that really changed perspective. Like I said, this was originally just a goofy channel just to do whatever. I wasn't going to be serious about it. I became somewhat serious about it. And that's because my crisis kind of pushed me that way. The perspective definitely changes a lot when it's forced. You know, fear is a powerful motivator, surprisingly. I mean, you hear it, but when you feel it, that's when things really change for you. That's when perspectives change for you. Don't get me wrong, it is scary. It was scary to go through that change. It's not something I want to go through again. Nowadays, I can manage it. I'm okay. It does creep up every now and then, but that's probably because I'm just probably doing something that I don't feel like I'm happy doing. So now I'm using it more as a guiding point to kind of like, you know, change my perspective a little bit of my life, just so I can actually, you know, be happier. Like obviously, one of the first things I started doing was actually eating healthier. You know, I felt like once I started eating healthier, started cooking more, it definitely kind of helped me in that aspect. But also changing how I view things. You know, trying to be positive and just. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. Let's just stop down. We're not. This is self-introduction, not self-therapy at the moment. I need to do that in my own time. Anyway, So yeah, at the very moment we're at 76 subscribers, which is kind of weird to say subscribers, and it feels like I'm trying to like just gain money, or just, it feels a little too corporate for my feeling. It sounds weird. And if I say followers, it sounds like I'm trying to create a cult here, which I'm not. I'm not trying to create a cult. I'm just trying to create a safe, entertaining space for anyone who comes through here. I actually would enjoy very much to actually get to know y'all. I mean, not all of you have to come up and, introduce yourselves like I am right now. You don't have to. You could just be a lurker and just keep watching the show. Keep watching my life go up or down. We'll see. Who knows? I'm sure there'll be some controversy in the future or something. Hopefully not, but if it is, I hope it's like, nothing too tasking. Like I don't know. I don't want to get to an argument with another person. It's just too much of a hassle. I want to enjoy my life. I want to just enjoy my games, enjoy the people that I'm with, enjoy all of y'all as I get to know you, as you guys get to know me. I just want to enjoy life to the fullest. And now I'm not saying I'm not going to avert to any like negative feelings or thoughts from other people. I will take that seriously as they come, as much as I can, but I'm trying to be a good boy. Even though technically by Christianity standards I'm not a good boy. I'm gonna burn in hell because I don't believe in the big man upstairs. I'm more agnostic, honestly. For those of you that don't know, it's basically I believe there is something like a higher power or higher will or whatever out there, but not like literally all one whole being in charge of it. It's just more of, I guess, hope, you could say. That's the closest thing I can get. I'm hoping there's something, higher power or, some sort of guidance. And that's kind of like my whole thing, honestly. I feel like that's kind of like what you can bring my personality down, is to the fact that I'm trying to always find the silver lining, even in the worst of things. I try to find silver lining in things. So far, I found them all. As of yet, but who knows? Life can definitely throw you a curveball. I mean, hell, if I can get through my own existential crisis, I feel like I could probably get through mostly anything. Okay, I feel like I'm going back through it again. I'm going in circles all over again. I am so sorry. I'm not trying to do that to y'all. That's gonna be later in the series, as I play video games for y'all. You'll see me kind of spiral down. Maybe. Let's hope not too terrible, at least. I hope to get to know you all. Like I said, I would really like to enjoy chatting with y'all. I've enjoyed the chats that I've had in the past with other people. There are some people that tend to comment like I'm doing a great job, this and the other, I want to interact, but at the same time I kind of feel like I'm just repeating myself, like I'm just a robot saying like thank you, I mean, if you guys could put a little bit more substance other than like great vid or whatever, just so I can actually have a conversation with y'all. I mean, you guys don't have to reply back. I just feel bad for ignoring your comments. But at the same time, I don't want to comment on something that just feels like I'm feeding my own ego. Like, oh yes, I know I'm doing an amazing job. Thank you for noticing. It just sounds weird for me. But anyway, that's enough chatting at this point. I'm terrible at introductions. I really suck. I wrote down a list of things that I wanted to talk about, but it's just me ranting over and over about the same old crap. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. Maybe there'll be a part 2 introduction of myself later down the road. We'll see. Have you guys got any questions? Try to get to know me. By all means, go down in the comment section and write them out. Maybe get to talk to one another, get to know one another. Because I feel like it'd be better, in my opinion, if I knew exactly who it is that I'm speaking to, who it is I'm trying to entertain. Maybe we could help each other out. I got my own thing. I am old, 32 years old is old, apparently, especially to the younger generations. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine being old. I've had gray hair in my beard since I was 18. So I'm not complaining about, you know, being called old at all. I'll take it. Hell, one of my friends calls me grandpa. And she's only like, what? Almost 10 years younger than I am. she's almost there. She's almost a grandpa herself. If that's what she thinks is a grandpa is at 32. But yeah, I want to know y'all. I really do. You know, I want to know who it is that I'm trying to detain, and I would like to do some shout outs to y'all. Get y'all some recognitions out there. Even it's a small channel. It's not gonna be a big ass deal, but it's always nice to hear someone recognizes you on the internet, doesn't it? I mean, I think so. I mean, I remember the first time I got recognized on the internet. Well, it wasn't a big YouTuber either. It was actually one of my other friends that has her own channels. But it's still nice. It's actually still very nice to just get recognized, even if it's, small. It's still very, very nice. Anyway, take care of yourselves, guys, okay? And I'll see you in the next one, all right?